why are other places in the Philippines that are far away difficult to have their soil test, especially remote areas here in the Philippines? Does the government have a program for this? So Norhamin will send your question to Dr. Halos. Unfortunately, she's not here anymore. Another question is from Monzer Makabangin. Why do you promote BT corn and not ordinary corn? This is addressed to Dr. Romero. What is the advantage of BT corn compared to or conventional corn?
Okay. Well, we have two types of corn here in the Philippines, white and yellow corn. Yellow corn is for feeds, but sometimes also used for food products, processed food products. White corn is mainly for uh, human consumption. Well, it's not actually a preference of one over the other. It's just that ordinary corn uh, is susceptible to corn borer. And BT corn is just resistant to corn borer. So that is very good for farmers. Because without the BT trait in the corn, the farmers will have to deal with this devastating pest. And that's why they welcome BT corn, because it protects their crop, it protects the yield, they can earn a lot. So, but in terms of nutrition, it's substantially the same as the conventional, as the ordinary corn. And as I mentioned, there is also a bonus because BT corn has cleaner ears. BT corn is not usually infected by microorganisms. So overall, BT corn fares a lot better than ordinary corn in terms of yield, and has also some advantages over ordinary corn in terms of safety.
Thank you, Dr. Gab. Thank you very much. The next question is for Dr. Ezura, coming from Ms. Jonaliza Gallego. So, Dr. Ezura, why did you use cotton in your GABA technology? Why not beans or other crops? So, why GABA tomato?
Okay, thank you for the questions. That there is a two reasons, I think. One is that tomato is a very, very important crop. Tomato is the number one vegetable produced in Japan, so that is a very economically important. And the situation is the same in the world. Tomato is a number one vegetable produced all over the world. So that is one reason is the importance of tomato. And another reason, so we use gene editing technologies. So we need a lot of information for the crops. Information means that like the information of genes and some other basic information, research information. Because of that, tomato is a major crop, and so that's why there is a many information about the target genes. So like rice, maybe other major crop. So that's why we selected tomato as the first target. Of course, after maybe this development, we can now we are trying to apply this technique to other crop species.
Thank you, Dr. Ezura. Another question from Omotola Olunuga. Is it necessary to consider risk assessment and risk management for RNAi-based plants? If so, why?
So I think this is a question to me or previous. So RNA technology is knockout, suppress the gene expression by introducing the external genes. So that is a GMO. So that's why they need to assess according to the Cartagena Protocol regulation rules. Is it right?
Yes, thank you, Dr. Ezura. So the response is because this is considered as GMO. Thank you. Another one from Alexander Magbanwa for Dr. Ezura. Again, most of the questions previously has been answered by Dr. Romero. So what are remaining are mostly for questions for Dr. Ezura. Will the GABA content in the fresh tomato GABA content in fresh tomato still be the same in the processed and cooked tomato?
Okay, that is a good question. Thank you very much. So the GABA content is fresh tomato is much higher than processed one. So there is a many processed tomato condense the GABA, but in that case, the company condense the tomato juice, so that it's a very become a very costly. But our tomato is just growing, then which can contain much higher amount of processed tomato products.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Ezura. Another question. Do you plan to export your GABA tomato to Asia?
Okay, so depending on the regulation, according to my understanding, now there are several Asian countries now trying to establish a regulation rule or how to handle these new products. And so if the new this new product, the regulation will be established, then maybe I would like to export this tomato food or grow in their country, because already have some preliminary test about how to the blood pressure is reduced by the consumption of these products. So then not a concrete, but it looks quite effective to lowering the blood pressure. So that will be very useful for many people, because the blood pressure diseases is a very serious problem, not only in Japan and in other countries. So that hopefully to improve the health situation in other countries, if we have a chance to export these products to other countries with a collaboration in those countries.
So last two questions from Dr. Ezura also. This is from Ms. Thelma Soriano. She says she is shy. So her question is, what is the perception or attitude of the Japanese consumers toward the new gene-edited GABA tomato?
Okay, so at least we provided, as I mentioned, that we provided 4,000 monitors all over the world. If we include their families, maybe 20,000 Japanese consumer enjoy our products, and then also they are providing those information to their colleagues. So that's I think that of course there is some kind of a professional people who are concerning about those new products. But if when we compare the situation in other new technologies, this gene editing technology will be more accepted by consumers, but not of course 100%. But the situation is better than other previous products, I think.
And I'm sure, Dr. Ezura, if you will export in the Philippines, it will be very much accepted. So that's an invitation. So sorry, colleagues, we ran out of time. Just one more question. This is from Ratna. Is there any homologous GABA synthesizing enzymes in crops other than tomato? I am just thinking a broader application of this approach.
Okay, so
final question.
Thank you very much for the question. GABA is a basic amino acid included in all crop species. So then maybe we can use a similar, not same, but a similar strategy to improve or increase GABA accumulation in the agriculture crops, important agriculture crops.
Okay, thank you.